What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is the Hammer Lecter, and today we are going to check out the Khonshu BAF figure over here. And I'm just super excited about this figure because I really did enjoy the Moon Knight series. I think Oscar Isaac did an amazing job to bring a pretty obscure character into life and make it into a fan favorite of here. So these are the parts that we have gotten so far from all of this BAF wave of here, except for, of course, Zombie Iron Man. And for in terms of the hit, we got it from the Agent Jimmy Woo. In terms of the classic Loki, it did give us the right leg over here. The other leg was given by the Zombie Scarlet Witch. And for the body, we did get it from the Howard the Duck. And also for the arms, and also we got it from the Red Skull figure and also the He Who Remains. So this is all you can get. Also we do have the staff part, which did come in into 2 pieces. So let's just assemble this, and of course we're going to check out the figure itself, the articulation, and of course just to give you my thoughts and my opinion on it. So yes, let's get right into it. Okay, so we're going to start with the assembly here, and in terms of the sculpting, before we go any further, I gotta say it looks really nice. It's sad that I do not have the Moon Knight figure from the Disney Plus wave, which also came out quite recently, but it is what it is, so we're just gonna put all these pieces together. So going on to the arms here, I just got it wrong, so right arm goes in, very nice. I like the size on this. It makes it really nice because he is a god figure, so it has to be a bit bigger. Legs go in, and you gotta twist it, make sure it goes in all the way. Very hard to put it in, that's what she said. So right leg in. Okay, and going on to the other arms here. Okay, I'm really gotta say I'm really liking this size. So the arms go in quite hard as well. Screw it in. Okay, I think it's all ready to go. Yeah, it's all ready to go. And as well for the head, looks really awesome. And you'll notice that the neck as well is a bit different from your normal kind of figures. And we are going to put this aside. I think it's just too big for this. We have to put it to the side first. Put it here, looking really nice. Awesome figure, super awesome. And of course for the stick, we are just gonna screw it in just like that. His staff, is there any angle to it? There's a bit of an angle, so gonna make sure everything's all good. And all right, let's just put him up. All right, so this is how it actually looks. And as we can see, it is a big figure, and of course if you compare this, I think, it just makes it so nice because it is a god figure, so it looks very towering over the rest. Looks really awesome over here. I gotta say, this is probably one of my favorite BAF so far. I mean, could be recency bias, but it actually looks absolutely cool. And it's again very similar to what I've seen with the Moon Knight figure, with that leg sculpting, with all that wraparounds on him. It just looks really nice. I'm really glad that I got this whole BAF wave over here because all the figures, I mean, most of them look really nice. Even this classic Loki, Agent Jimmy Woo, it looks really nice. And the BAF piece as well looks really awesome. So let's just have a closer look over here at him. English is a bit hard. I'm recording this at about 4 a.m. so you can imagine myself over here. So looking all around this, I mean, amazing details. Really awesome. I'm actually really loving this. The more I look at it, it just looks really nice. And a figure is really good when you try to find it on the second-hand market. You would expect people to just buy the figures because they are good figures, right? So you expect people to buy the figures, sell off the buff, and get a good profit about it. But it's really hard to find a Khonshu BAF even in Malaysia over here. Normally it's already being sold in the first few days, but it's really hard because it is a nice figure, and I think this would sell really nice. Really glad to have it here, even as a fan of the show. So having a closer look at this, I mean, look at that head sculpt over here. I mean, I gotta put this a little bit higher, it just makes a lot more justice to it. So I need to put my stand a little bit higher for such a huge figure here. So just having a closer look at this, I mean, it looks really nice. I mean, it looks just super awesome over here. really good amount of details and sculpting. It looks very bony as you would expect. This is like something you'll find at a museum, like, you know, if they're selling stuff, or like actual thing here, the artwork and sculpting here. I mean, look at that bones that goes through here. It's like really, really nice. You have that nice socket when it comes to the eyes as well, looking really cool. I mean, that shading they have given to this, awesome. I mean, there's really just a lot to go crazy, goo goo gaga over this. And going on to the neck here, I mean, I was really thinking about how they're going to do this, but amazing job. Like, they had that translucency to it to make that head float to it. And of course, if you go to Khonshu's torso here, again, very nice artwork to it. It does have a nice texture to it. If you can see on this video, it does have a nice texture to it as well. The coat can be sprayed out as well, which is really awesome. You have your Moon Knight logo on him. The thing goes over his one as well. Very, very accurate. I mean, it's been a few months since this series has come out, so Hasbro has had some time to come up with a proper BAF figure. And of course, if we go on to the coat as well, looking really, really nice with all that details on him. Going on to the belt as well, looks nice here. You do have nice sculpting to it on the torso. Legs as well, very similar to the Moon Knight. I think the Moon Knight was a bit more detailed, which of course was one of a good figure to get as well. I'm quite regretting I didn't get that. And just looking at this, it looks really, really nice. It does have good articulation, which we will check out in a little bit. I do like this whole outfit here, looks really, really nice. And of course, if we just check out the stuff that's on him, also does give you a lot of details. So amazing here. You do have that kind of rocky feel to it. Does have that nice texture to it. The color as well, it does have that nice gold shimmer to it. Also the stuff, it's not like just a rod, you know, it's like proper stuff, you know. And going on to the bottom here, good amount of details on this. It's all sculpted in, very, very nice. On the front here, I think they've done a really good job on this. I think it's really, really awesome. All right, so now I'm going to check out the articulation on this figure. So in terms of the head movement, it can go up all the way this much, can go all the way down this much, which I did expect a little bit more. In terms of the hand movements over here, oh my god, this one just pops out quite easily, I would say. Let me know in the comments down below if yours does pop out. So you can go up this much. You can of course rotate it all around, and also does have your bicep swivel, and it does have your double jointed elbow, so you can go up this much, which is a little bit tight, so you gotta make sure you get it in. But it does have the double jointed elbows. You also do have your rotation on the wrist, and it also can go up and down with the hinge, so not too bad over here, and can go up this much. So going on to the torso, you do have some nice movements. You can rotate it as much as you want. You can also go sideways movements. For the head, definitely you can go a little bit on the side, and you can rotate it as much as you want. You can't really hinge too much, which is quite disappointing. You don't have any waist swivel with this figure, because it's all blocked by the belt anyway. Going on to the legs here, you can spread out this much, which is a lot. And also going on to the upper thigh swivel, you do have that. Double jointed knees as well. So very, very nice. And also you do have, oopsie, almost dropped this one here, and you do have nice ankle pivots. And measuring this massive figure over here, it does stand in at about almost the 9-inch mark, which of course it makes it really, really nice. Alright, so we have some other BAF figures over here from the Disney Plus wave, and we have the Watcher, which looks really, really nice. And it's actually taller compared to Khonshu over here. I'm not sure why I'm so gassed about this, because this one here is about almost taller compared to this figure, but this one definitely does look a bit bigger. And one of the more disappointing ones is this Ultron figure, the Infinity Ultron. I did expect the size to be about the same as Khonshu, because in the cartoon it was a little bit bigger, but this is what we get. It's a very normal 6-inch size figure, which is a bit disappointing. And of course, I'm just gonna put this here. I'm gonna put the Stilt Man, so you can see it's just a really tall BAF wave over here. You can see super massive, but of course. Okay, so I did manage to get the Moon Knight figure. I managed to find a good deal on this to make it into this video, and I got to say both of them look really, really awesome. Having a closer look at them, you know, it just looks really, really nice. I do like that the size is quite a substantial amount bigger compared to the normal Moon Knight figure. And again, in terms of the sculpting and all that cape goodness on both of them, they look really, really good. Alright, so here's it with the rest of the figures from this amazing wave of here. The only thing that I don't really like about this wave is that most of the figures are very hard to stand. I do spend a lot of time to make them just stand. Of course, with Red Skull and Loki, that's the easiest, and of course with the BAF figure, but in general, it's quite hard to make all of these figures stand. But this is the excellent wave. So in terms of the rating, the lowest I would definitely give is to Howard the Duck. I mean, it's just a plain ass figure. It's what we have seen with the Spider-Ham. There isn't much to it. And of course, you only get the Ant-Man head over here, which of course is something that we all wanted, but it doesn't fit in with the zombie apocalypse anyway. I mean, sorry, the zombie hunter Spider-Man. I'm not sure why I keep saying zombie apocalypse, but basically about this. So it's quite disappointing. In the 6th place, or is it the 7th place, I would give it to Kang the Conqueror. I mean, Kang is a nice figure to have over here. Very nice head sculpt. But again, limited articulation on that, and to make it stand was really such a bummer to it. Very, very annoying when it came to that. And in the 6th place, I would give it to Agent Jimmy Woo over here. I think it's also a nice figure, nice civilian figure that we have gotten so far. You do have quite a good amount of head sculpt to it, but again, limited articulation, very hard to make it stand. And overall, I think, you know, a lack of accessories does make this wave here a little bit disappointing. And going on to, I think, the 5th spot. I think 5th spot is a bit hard to choose, but I would go for Scarlet Witch because, again, it's very hard. Lack of accessories and lack of articulation. Amazing head sculpt, which you will notice that is the trend going on to this series. But again, with the lack of the other stuff, it makes it just lower on this list. And going up a bit more on the 4th place, what we have here is Zombie Iron Man. So it's a very nice figure to have. You do have nice head sculpt to it again as well. But again, it's the same body mold as the other Iron Man figures and not much accessories, I would say. But still an amazing figure to have. I'll place it number 4. And number 3, I would give it, I'll say number 2, I would give it to the Loki figure. Or I say, no, I'll give it to Red Skull. I think Red Skull, if you do not have any Red Skull figure, I think this is a really nice figure to have. It does give you very good amount of details, articulation. The head sculpt looks really nice. Accessories also is a bit lacking, which does make it go down to the 3rd spot. And for the 2nd spot, I'll give it to Classic Loki. You do have a lot of accessories with this figure. It looks really, really nice. The head sculpt on this, the face sculpt technology makes it really, really awesome because that is an actual face. These are just cartoons, most of them. This is an actual face. They have done a really great job on it. I really love this figure. And definitely number 1 goes to the BAF. I mean, this is an excellent buff. The accuracy on this, the size on this makes it really, really worth it. I mean, if you don't want the other figures, you want to get this, I think there's nothing wrong with it. Even get the whole set, I would advise you just get the whole set. It's really nice to collect this. And this BAF figure, in terms of the accuracy, in terms of the sculpt, in terms of the size on this, really makes it very, very nice. Alright, so that is it with the Khonshu BAF over here, the build figure, and I gotta say it's just super awesome to have this figure. I'm really glad that I bought this whole wave over here. It didn't make a lot of disappointment. All the figures did look alright, and of course this BAF piece here looks really, really nice. As a rating, I would give this a nice, almost got you there. I would give this a nice 8.5 out of 10. For a build figure, I'll give this a nice 9 out of 10 because it is nice. Great size to it, great sculpt to it. Overall, just an excellent figure to add into your collection. Of course, do let me know which is your favorite figure from this BAF wave over here. And of course, if you guys did enjoy this video, do click the like and smash the subscribe button down below for more videos like this in the future. Also, do follow me on my Instagram at the Hummer Lecter, and I'll see you guys in the next one.